All right, I'll borrow Andrew. So we'll work on another variation from here. Andrew again is going to begin with a good Achilles lock. So he's going to drop back into a good Achilles, whatever size comes from him. Boom, he's here. He drops back. Now, obviously I let him get many things which are nice for him and not so cool and nice for me. There's a number of ways that people go about aiming to take him out from when they're being hit with an Achilles lock. I've seen it done where people will bring this leg on the inside and kick through and aim to drive and pull through at the collar. I don't mind that. We might tinker around with that variation. I've also seen variations where people shove the knee through, which I think is also relatively effective, but I'm not going to generally be able to do it if his ankle is still here. So the same concept of me having to free my hip up kind of applies. Normally, if I'm here in this position and I try to come up and push that knee through, he's just going to be able to brace me away with it. So instead, I'm going to need to bump, get my hip over to the side, and only now when my weight is on top of this thigh of his, can I push this knee down. And when I'm pushing this knee down and I'm posting up on my other hand, I'm now going to be able to come over, and as soon as this knee tucks underneath my hip, I'm immediately crowding his upper body. Kick my leg down, plant, I'm going to land in good position. So, Andrew's here. Again, it can be done this way. I just don't like giving people this control for too long because I feel like by the time I'm here, he might already be bellied out. And if I'm bellied out, now I look like a bellied out mermaid. It's just a really bad time. So I prefer to not let that happen. So push, free up my hip, as we talked about before. I'm pushing this knee down and this way. Down and in underneath me. So as my hip is up, down and in underneath me. And now all I need to do is just get my thigh and my hip barely over his kneecap. And as soon as I get barely over his kneecap, I'm immediately gripping at his upper body and yanking myself into the mount position. So I'm here in position, and now it's boom. As snug as can be. Kick this leg back. I don't want to leave him any control. One hand out. And I post up in a nice tight position. You want to see this one, Andrew? I think I got it. Okay, cool. Make sense, guys? So instead of working that boot through, again, there's a few ways I've seen it done. I'm hopping over, and now this knee should be kind of barely hanging onto my thigh. So instead of his knee barely overlapping my thigh, I want my thigh to be barely overlapping his knee, at which point, boom, mount. Nice and tight, pull everything snug, post out a hand, make sure I keep my balance, okay?